After watching this video, you will be able to claim and manually report your continuing education. The first step, of course, is to log into your account on myaccount.eventscouncil.org. If you've attended an event hosted by the Events Industry Council or one of our preferred providers, you'll see it show up here on your account's homepage tab. When these CEs are uploaded, they automatically are recorded as 0 clock hours. You will need to claim the number of hours attended manually. Just click the Add/Edit button down here and find the CE on this list. Then click the Edit button right next to its clock hours. Because this was automatically reported, you don't need to worry about uploading any information. You'll just need to change the clock hours to reflect how long the event was. The CE could be for a 1 hour long webinar, which means you would enter 1 clock hour. If this CE was for a conference with multiple sessions, you would enter the total time spent in the sessions you attended. For example, if you attended 6 one-hour sessions during a 2-day conference, you would enter 6 hours. If you attended a virtual conference or event and are continuing to watch sessions on demand afterwards, you will enter the total amount of time spent watching the sessions. This is editable, so you can always come back and update your entry, adding hours every single time you watch more on-demand content. For events that were not hosted by EIC or a preferred provider, you will need to manually report the CE. Sometimes there are system glitches where CEs that were hosted by the EIC or a preferred provider don't carry over, but don't worry, you can manually report a missing CE using the same process. Once you've logged into your account, navigate to your Home tab, and then scroll down and click the Add/Edit button. Next, we're going to click this Add button at the very top of the list of your CE. Then you will fill in each of these fields manually. Type in a session title. For multi-session events or large conferences, you do not need to upload each individual session. You may upload the entire event as one entry. The only exception is if the event was not specific to the meetings and events industry. Non-industry specific general education can only count for 5 hours maximum on your application. If a general education event was broken up into sessions, you should upload each session individually so we can take a closer look. Enter the date you attended the event. If you're watching it on demand, leave it as the first date you began watching the on-demand content. For your activity to count for CE credit, it must have a learning objective that aligns with one of the 9 domains of the CMP. Networking receptions, meal functions without an educational component, and exhibit hall hours do not count as continuing education because they have no learning objective. But a 1-hour class about food and beverage menu selection would count as educational activity. Most sessions cover more than one of these domains. Please select the domain that was primarily discussed during the session. Next, we're going to enter in the hours that we spent at the event. For a 30-minute session, you can log 0.5 CE, or for a 1-hour event, a full 1 clock hour. Next, we're going to enter in the provider. That one should be pretty simple. It's whoever hosted the event. Next, for location, you can put a specific location, or if it was an online event, you can put online. For your CE to count, the EIC needs you to upload and attach evidence that you attended the event. A certificate of completion is the gold standard, but a confirmation email, a registration receipt, or even a scan of your name tag are all acceptable forms of documentation. Don't forget to hit this attach button, otherwise your attachment won't actually be included. Finally, we need to fill in session description/learner outcomes. Write in a brief description of what the session was about and how it relates to the domain that you selected. If you attended an event put on by the EIC or a preferred provider, and the CE didn't show up within 2 weeks of the event, you can just go ahead and do this whole manual process. As you can see, it doesn't take long. We'll hit submit and continue. Once you obtain 25 clock hours worth of CEs, you'll be ready to apply for CMP certification or recertification. If there are any CEs that you are unsure about, you can pick up a few extra hours just in case. Applications to certify or recertify your CMP will only consider CEs that you earned within the past 5 years. Any CEs that will be too old to apply to your next application can be safely deleted. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, check out the future CMP or current CMP sections of our website, or you can send an email to certification@eventscouncil.org.